Imagine waves rising from nowhere, colossal forces of destruction annihilating everything in their path. No warning, no escape. They strike fear into the hearts of survivors and leave devastation in their wake. What are these mysterious doom waves, and why do they exist? Let's unravel the terrifying mystery behind this apocalyptic phenomenon. In this video, we'll dive deep into the origins, impacts, and survival strategies surrounding doom waves. Whether you're a fan of epic fantasy, post-apocalyptic sci-fi, or survival horror, this concept will leave you both awestruck and terrified. So buckle up as we explore the mystery of the doom waves, forces of destruction that rise from nowhere and leave nothing but chaos behind. Today's sea is a little rough. Even if it's nothing noteworthy, you still feel sick to your stomach. Call it a feeling of dread. There will be a negative outcome. Then you hear yells of fear. A huge wave that is far higher than the one around it is visible as you turn around. Is it a tsunami? It's accurate. Tsunamis are the first images most people have of terrifying, catastrophic waves. The one that will collide with your ship, however, is of a different kind. This wave is rogue. Both rogue waves and tsunamis have the potential to cause disastrous outcomes. The distinction, however, is in the sources of these water barriers and the locations of the devastation they produce. Now, picture your ship being rolled over by a huge wave that is 60 feet high. That the ship doesn't sink is a miracle. It appears as though this enormous wave, a rogue wave, came abruptly and unexpectedly out of nowhere. Despite their enigmatic, isolated, and menacing appearance, rogue waves are actually quite common. Now, picture a typical room in your home. Its ceiling is probably 8 feet high. The average height of a two-story home is between 20 and 30 feet. Furthermore, if we measure the Statue of Liberty from the toes to the top of the head, it is 111 feet tall. You now have something with which to contrast rogue waves. The tallest of these waves might be between 50 and 90 feet in height. A wave must seem to come out of nowhere and be higher than other waves in the vicinity in order to be classified as rogue. However, it's still up for dispute how much higher. While some scientists disagree, others believe it should be at least twice as high as other significant waves in the region. Additionally, rogue waves are steeper than conventional waves, which typically manifest as enormous swells. Even when the waves are quite high, this enables ships to move up and down them. On the other hand, a rogue wave resembles a wall of water. Additionally, it strikes a ship with tremendous energy and occasionally breaks over it since it is steeper than other waves. The fact that no one has ever recorded the genesis of a rogue wave or tracked its life cycle adds to the enigma surrounding these waves. For many years, the only proof of rogue waves' existence was the stories and legends of the sailors who survived them. However, there are numerous photographs of them. The formation of rogue waves is still a mystery to scientists. However, wave reinforcement is a part of one hypothesis. It occurs when two waves come into contact and combine their heights. Let's do the math. A 15-foot wave passes over a 30-foot wave, creating a 45-foot wave that is short-lived. However, rogue waves are not limited to the ocean. The SS Edmund Fitzgerald, an American Great Lakes freighter, may have been sunk on Lake Superior on November 10, 1975, by a trio of rogue waves known as the Three Sisters. The disaster claimed the lives of the crew and the ship. The ship was unable to recover and shed the water from the first wave before the next one hit because the waves were too close to one another. Not far from the Fitzgerald, the captain of a ship reported that two waves, each 30 to 35 feet in length, had struck his ship. These waves, which were probably followed by a third, subsequently proceeded farther towards the Fitzgerald and may have contributed to the sinking. Let's put that behind us now and talk about tsunamis. This natural disaster is really deadly. It is not the same as rogue waves. Underwater earthquakes are typically the cause of tsunamis. A tsunami is often only a few feet high when it first forms. However, its size increases as it approaches the coast. It soon moves into shallow water and slows down. The first wave of the tsunami strikes the coast. The reason the wave is so high and steep is because its top moves more quickly than its bottom. The wave's lowest point reaches dry land first. The harbour and seafloor are buried as a result of the suction effect it produces, which draws the water away from the coast. People still have a chance to save their lives if they spot this early warning indication of an impending tsunami. After 5 minutes, the shore is struck by a massive wall of water that destroys everything in its path. They calm down and think the danger is over once the first wave passes. They are therefore caught off guard by the subsequent waves, which are considerably larger and more potent. A tsunami can occasionally appear as a raging stream of frothy water. At other instances, it causes the sea to retreat, leaving behind upturned boats and stranded fish. Additionally, a small increase in sea level could indicate an impending tsunami. The first tsunami wave is the entering water. The second one appears later and can be significantly bigger. Additionally, you can see the ocean churning, bubbling, and forming strange patterns. It's yet another indication that a tsunami is imminent. You can potentially be alerted to a tsunami by repeated wave surges. You should consider moving to higher ground if you notice odd swells occurring on a regular basis. Remarkably, landslides were responsible for some of the world's biggest tsunami waves. For instance, one of the biggest known megawaves was created by a landslide in Alaska's Lituya Bay. It was 1,720 feet high. Trees, vegetation, and soil were washed away to bedrock as the massive tsunami swept across the headland. The world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, was more than half as tall as the wave. A tsunami, the height of Shanghai Tower, one of the tallest structures in the world, was caused when a third of Hawaii's East Molokai volcano collapsed into the Pacific Ocean. The height of the wave was around 2,000 feet. Square waves are another strange and hazardous ocean phenomena. When two distinct wave patterns collide at a 90-degree angle, they emerge. It frequently occurs close to peninsulas or territory where two distinct oceans or seas converge. Only when observing this event from the coast does it appear somewhat impressive. Never even consider playing with such waves in the ocean. Even an experienced swimmer could be easily dragged under by the cross-currents there. Over the years, square waves have also contributed to numerous shipping mishaps. Additionally, avoid the water if you observe raging waves carrying seaweed and debris from the ocean. It can indicate a powerful rip current. You may be carried far out into the ocean by that. Let me now introduce you to Rossby waves, a far more widespread phenomenon that I would even say affects the entire world. These waves come in two varieties, atmospheric and oceanic. But yes, given that we are discussing ocean waves, slow-moving ocean surface waves are completely different from Rossby waves. Those waves that break along the shore don't resemble them. No, Rossby waves are enormous oceanic movements that span across the world in a horizontal direction. What do you think lies behind these waves of destruction? Would you fight to uncover their secret, or flee in the hope of surviving their wrath? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysterious and the catastrophic, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our next exploration into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.